In today's video, I'm breaking down a step-by-step path to make $5,000 each and every month as a nutrition coach. I got my super fun and interactive whiteboard I'm going to use today to break down all of these steps, but I'm really excited to dive in. We're going to do 3 steps to make $5,000 every month as a nutrition coach. We're going to go over how to price your services, how to deliver it, what the focus should be, and give you some insight around exactly what you need to do to get there and get this set up. I've coached thousands of people and hundreds of coaches through this process. And I know that, $5,000 a month is a bit of a sweet spot as a entrepreneurial nutrition coach that wants to get this stuff going. I know for many of you, this would be like a thing that would allow you to do it on the side and see the potential of doing it full time and make some money with your passion. So I want to give you the exact steps to be able to do that. I also want to make this interactive as well. So if you guys have any questions as we go through, or you want me to break anything down even further, like let me know and then we'll go from there. And I'm hoping, obviously the blue looks good right now, but I'm hoping that the black shows up too. Sure does. Okay, cool. Before we get going though, any questions? If you're completely new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. If you're digging the content, hit that like button. It makes things go further and more people will see this stuff. So I would appreciate that. But let's dive into things here. And again, I got the chat open too. So if anything comes up as we're talking here, let me know. Hey, appreciate that like right off the bat. That's really, really good. Okay, cool. Let's dive into things here. I'm gonna adjust this a little bit so you guys can still see me. Okay, the road to 5K as a nutrition coach. We really want to focus on, we're going to break this down into 3 steps. Got step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 3 is obviously going to be like where you're at the $5,000 per month mark. So let's say income over here, 5,000 plus. Starting out, we'll talk about, okay, well, how do I actually, where's the focus and how do I price my services? The biggest thing being, if you're good to start out nutrition coaching, the best place to start won't be to doing like group coaching or selling ebooks or supplements. The best place to start is going to be doing like one-on-one nutrition coaching, where you're setting people up on an individualized plan, checking in with them once per week, doing the correspondence that way, and then spending the rest of your additional time finding new clients and marketing your services, and then kind of going from there. You're right off the bat though, the first step here, in order to get to 5K, we're going to have to get this going and start making some money. So the focus right off the bat should probably be around like making your first $1,000 a month. How should you do that? Well, believe it or not, we're on social media right now. We're focusing on this stuff. Your first 5 to 10 paying clients in your nutrition coaching aren't going to come from the deep corner of the World Wide Web. They're going to come from people in your social circle already. So you want to focus on, in your conversations, the people that have talked to you in the past, the people that know you as a health and fitness person, the people that know you as someone that, could help them. You want to get in front of them and have those conversations. And that's where your paying clients are going to come from. You need to make it super obvious to them that there's an opportunity to work with you. And here's where the next steps are. So you really want to focus on, for this first little bit, let's talk about clients. Attracting 5 to 10 paying clients, and they are going to come without a doubt from your social circle. This doesn't mean that using social media and stuff is useless at this stage. You got to start to play the long game and put some effort into creating a presence, putting yourself out there, starting to get better at the skills of documenting those type of things. But for the most part, these people are going to come from your social circle. In terms of what to charge them, price, for a one-on-one nutrition coaching offer, I'm working with you as a client. We're going to check in once per week. We're going to put all that I'm going to set you up on an individualized plan. I'm going to be adjusting your food levels. We're going to do this in a non-live capacity. But in terms of price, I would set this first price and do it at an introductory offer of $200 per month. If you're completely new to this stuff, I would reach out to the 5 people that you know you've talked about in the past. They know you're always going to the gym. They know you watch what they eat. They ask you about what protein powder you should consume. They ask you about what sort of diet they should be doing. Reach out to those people and say, hey, I know that you've been interested in this specific result, or I know you've been focused on improving your nutrition over the last little bit. I'm getting my nutrition coaching going. And I wanted to offer you as one of the first people to come in at my founder's rate or my introductory offer for $200 a month. Let's try it for a month and then kind of go from there. You want to focus on getting some experience and getting some results and focus on that more than the price and anything else. So this needs to be lower without a doubt, but by all means, go for it. I don't think free is necessarily a bad thing as you're getting experience. Just keep in mind that free people aren't going to when they pay to their commitment level. So you want to charge enough that they take it seriously and you take it seriously as well. I honestly would do all of this stuff for free, but it would never work. So it's one of those things where you need this and kind of go from there. What is this live on? ADG Leader. What is this live on? This is live on YouTube. Hopefully you can see it on there. I know people are watching and tuning in right now. So yeah, it should be live directly on YouTube. We're going to focus on that for the first step. You get 5 to 10 paying clients. You're going to be doing all of those check-ins on one day. You'll put together a 2-hour window where you're working with 10 clients, 5 to 10 clients. You should be able to put everything through in that area of time. It'd be super easy to stay organized. Essentially, with the check-in process, and if you guys have never seen the nutrition coaching system that we use and we develop and we teach coaches to use, you can just write system down in the comments below, and I'll send you over some things to get started and put this stuff into place to actually fulfill on the coaching side of things. But there's no reason why you're not collecting all that information at once and doing all the coaching in a 2 to 3 hour window. If this all sounds good too, we also have a certification that'll be the best chance you have at being successful as a new nutrition coach. We give you the science, we give you the coaching systems, mentorship and support on the business side of things. Go check out the first link in the description below once you're done watching this live for more details on that. But this is how we set up the first step for the most part. The second step, at this point, you've already started coaching some people and getting some experience. And with that comes results. And nutrition coaching is very much a results-based business. If you can create results for others people are going to be interested in it. And we really want to start focusing on these clients are going to come from referrals and results for the most part. At this point, you have some of that social proof and testimonials around you actually doing this. Remember, people don't want to be the first, but they're happy to be the 10th, the 15th. So if you're highlighting those things and sharing stories and putting it out there, other people are going to be attracted by it. So in terms of clients, we're focusing on 10 to 20 clients on our client roster, and they're going to come from results and referrals. Essentially, the more you can talk about the actual people that you're working with and the results that they're getting and the problems that they were facing before working with you, more people are going to see you as the authority. More people are going to see you as the person that can help them. So you really want to do a good job of starting to document that stuff. You don't necessarily have to do it on social media. You could be talking about it in conversations, but using social media and using the internet to spread that message even further is definitely a smart thing. So our focus sort of shifts at this point from social circle to more a degree of separation out. Acquaintances, people that you went to high school with, people that know the people that are getting these results. We want to document it. We want to put it out there. Ideally where these people are hanging out. online, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. Outside of that, at this point, price point wise, one of the biggest mistakes nutrition coaches make is that they don't start to increase their prices like fast enough. You just are, a lot of us have money mindset issues. A lot of us think like, hey, who am I to charge more? But you got validation that people are getting results and you're like in demand. So you want to start to increase that and ramp that up. So in terms of price at this point, it can be incremental, but you should be charging at least $250 per month. Your existing clients, they can be grandmothered in at the rate. They don't need to you automatically charge that, but anyone new coming in should be at this new rate. This will also be incentive for the other older people to stay on at the current rate, because if they re-signed up and took some time off, they'd now be at the new rate. So you kind of bake that into things as well. Now you do want to, and the reason why we charge this monthly recurring, like a monthly rate instead of like packages, is because you want less ebbs and flows around your monthly recurring revenue. If you're just selling packages and you have 1 month where you sign up 3 clients, the next month is 4 clients, but the month after that goes down to 0, it makes it hard to prioritize and take that next step with your business and go full time if there's big ebbs and flows around your income. Because a lot of times, you're self-employed, you're investing this money back into your business, or your business, or you're spending some of it, like it's not going to be there. And to prioritize it, you want to be able to take that next step. So I would focus on that as well, and doing it that way. At this point, you have 10 paying clients at $250 a month, upwards of 15. There's no reason why you're not making $2,000 to $3,000 per month at this point, with the main focus being on take these stories and leverage them, and talk to people and post their before and after pictures and post screenshots of their results, and really focus on the results you're getting with people, and other people will be attracted by it. Now, at this point, step 3, 20 plus clients. We're going to start to get a little more specific around the person we help and around what they're facing in the stories. We're not going to just take on any clients. We're going to start to try to market ourselves to becoming a bit more of an expert in a certain area, because that's what's going to allow us to attract people that we don't necessarily know. This is the concept of like niching down and getting more specific. You want to think about who we're best suited to help, who's going to pay for this service, who do we enjoy working with, what do we have access to, what kind of compelling stories can we tell to attract a certain person that's going to believe that the result they're going to get is more certain. Like we start to think about like our social media, and like you come to someone's profile and you know exactly who they are, who they help, and what they need to accomplish. So we want to start to get a little bit more specific. That's going to allow you to create like evergreen content that can be found by anyone, and it stands out. Like evergreen meaning this is the type of content that's usually more long form content. If you think about all my YouTube videos, I title them and create them on topics so that they can be found, right? It's just not just random. I'm trying to attract people that want to start nutrition coaching. So you would start to do things more specific that way as well. And that's what's going to allow you to like stand out and become known, and people start to, come into your universe that don't necessarily know you. So we start to focus on things that way. At this point, price wise, again, we're going to start rolling with that momentum, charge $300 a month for new clients coming in. And there's no reason why with these 20 plus clients that you're not at that $5,000 mark. With that being said too, at 20 plus clients, we talked about originally, on step 1 here, you can do all these check-ins on 1 day per week. You're going to need to have multiple check-in days here, and probably at the previous step as well. Most nutrition coaches using like our check-in system can do 5 to 10 clients in 1 day, but past that point, like you got to be splitting things up. Like most can do 10 to 15 in a day. There's like a mental load that comes down to like helping people in that capacity too. So we want to split it up. Ideally, like Monday, Tuesday check-ins, and then spending the rest of your time marketing your business. And that's it, folks. That is the step-by-step process and some of the math that goes into how do I make $5,000 a month as a nutrition coach. Hope you guys found that helpful. If you got any questions, I'm going to hang around for a little bit longer here, and we'll go from there. But yeah, like fill me in. What questions do you got about this process? I appreciate the likes and pushing these a little bit further. ADG leader, I hope you got your answer there around where this was live. I'm assuming you're watching it there on YouTube. But outside of that, guys, Nutrition Coaching Academy. If you want, number one, as good as this information is, if you want the actual like mentorship and guidance to apply it to your own situation, consider checking out the program. You're going to find more information about that in the link in the description below. I can also drop it down in the chat here too. Here's the actual application page for you to get some more information. We'll send over next steps. That's it, folks. Thanks for joining me today. I love these YouTube lives. They're helpful. Helpful for me to teach things. I hope you enjoyed the new whiteboard. We're going to be using this NearHub whiteboard for more educational based content. If you guys have any ideas around things you want me to tackle or things that are a little bit more like practical, hands-on and visual, let me know down in the comments below. And I'd love to create a video on that. Outside of that, that's what we're gonna leave it there for today, gang. Hope you had you're heading into the weekend here and a good long weekend, and take care for now.